OTC podcast, a show where I bring a guest to the outdoors and we bring the outdoors to you. I'm your host, Nico Prada, and today my guest is, among so many other things, she's not a comedian, but she is a, oh my God, where the fuck do I start? She is a model, for one. She is a nature enthusiast. She is a chef in the kitchen and on trail. And I happen to be lucky enough to call her my girlfriend. So please give it up for your next performer come to the stage, the very talented Ms. Jem. Hi.
Hi, that was so sweet.
I know, right? I've been saying for the past like 3 episodes that I need to bring like a party, like a thing, because I always hype up that big introduction and then it's like,
ta-da!
yeah, exactly. So like,
I guess we have to hype ourselves up.
yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. And it's always hard. Like there's people in the parking lot and I know they can hear this and I'm like, oh, it's so weird to do it.
Is pretty
but
cringy,
it's like,
especially on trail when, you know, when I come out here, I'm trying to get away from all of that.
I know.
And then we're like bringing a camera on.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess that's how we get you guys to come outside with us.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. Okay, so today we are in north central-ish Florida is what I like to call it. I don't like to give away the exact locations. But we are here. This is one of the many trails that you've taken me on. This is like, I don't know, I feel like this area of like northish central Florida where you live has like such a gigantic amount of trails to choose from that, I mean, I don't think we've maybe taken one of them twice ever in the past year and a half.
It's really hard to repeat trails unless it's something you really like and you're like, oh, that was so special, I want to go longer or want to experience it in a different season. Exactly. In South Florida, I go to the same trail so many times that people have to drag me to other trails. It's literally how I got into backpacking. My friend Carlos was like, hey man, we always camp in the same spot. Can we fucking do something different for once? And here it's like the complete polar opposite of that, which I love. So I have a pretty good idea of how outdoorsy you are because I've done more outdoorsy shit with you than literally anybody. All my friends combined, we've gone on more adventures than anything. But I still gave you the homework. So on the Disney princess scale, from Sleeping Beauty to Pocahontas, how outdoorsy are you? I want to say probably a blend, I'm guessing. I want to claim little Pocahontas, little Moana, just because they both have a really deep reverence for nature and I like to feel like I have the same. And maybe like a little bit of Belle, a little bit of like seeing the curiosity of the world, bookworm, like just wanting to learn as much as you can. I love that. So, yeah. That's amazing. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, because you do, and I'm going to ask you about this later, but you do, like, as much as you are this, like, outdoorsy, wild woman, you also have, like, a very touchy makeup, wear cool jewelry side of you. Too, you know? Yeah. And feel pretty. And it's such a, like, it's such a, like, a yin and yang of 2 parts of life. But so, yeah, you are a very outdoorsy person. You have been for like ever, as far as I can remember. Yeah, my earliest memories are outside talking to trees, live oak trees, or different flowers. I mean, she's not exaggerating, by the way. We went to another trail near her house the other day that was like a little patch of flowers. She's like, I'm talking to the flowers. You go do whatever. Go, you can go do whatever. Have my moment with these beauties. You can go do whatever you want. I'm like, okay. Are you just gonna talk to? You're just gonna talk to him? Yeah. I'm talking to him now, actually. Yeah. So sorry. Yeah. So for as long as I can remember, I was running around outside, talking to plants, climbing trees. I mean, I really can't remember a time that I wasn't doing that. So yeah, nature connection's been a big part of my life for as long as I remember. Yeah, it's been huge. I know you've done a part of the Appalachian Trail. Yes. You've lived off grid. Yes. Why didn't you tell us about the AT? I hiked the state of Maine along the Appalachian Trail. Started by hiking on top of Katahdin, which most people, they end there, but I thought it'd be a smart idea to start there. Was it? Yeah, and I don't know. I guess Katahdin, it has one of the highest elevations, so it was definitely a good challenge, a good introduction to the trail. And then what else? They have the 100-mile wilderness on there, which is a part that I did, which basically means that there's no civilization. There's no power lines, billboards, you can't see any houses. anything.
No refills on your
luckily the state of Maine has so many springs, so you'd see tons of springs along the trail. You would just fill up your water there.
Nice.
So that was really nice. Yeah, I know you had to pack in all your food. That section took about 10 days.
10 days out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's pretty freaking outdoorsy, if you ask me. That's where the Pocahontas comes in.
Yes, the Pocahontas and the Moana.
I think Belle might have been reading during that one.
Right. Yeah, I always have my field guides, reading those.
Were you picking stuff out there or no?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing like wild strawberries along the trail, wild blueberries. Things like that.
See, I wouldn't know any of those things. I could literally, in the wild, if I see a straight up a banana and it's got the Chiquita sticker on it and all the FDA approvals, and I still wouldn't know what the fuck to do with it.
Yes, well, that's what they say. If you're going to be picking any wild edibles, that you should be able to argue with a botanist that this is the actual plant. If you cannot argue with a botanist that this is this edible plant, then you don't eat it. Don't even try.
Yeah, that's probably a good way to go about it. You slept, did you sleep in a tent?
Yeah, I slept in a tent, a small, I believe it was Big Agnes, like the smallest one that they make.
And what time of the year was it when you did that?
This was in May I started.
Was it really crowded?
No, because the way I was going, it was called Nobo is northbound or Sobo southbound. I was going southbound, and a lot of people do not start that way. Most people start northbound. That was one reason why I chose that direction. Just less people to share composting toilets with.
Now, you've also lived off grid.
Yes.
Now, what does that mean?
What does that mean? So it means that I had no electricity or water pumping to the cabin that I lived in. Just a very small 12 by 12 cabin that, somebody made. It was in the woods of their property. At the time, I was a nature mentor for a group called Earthwalk Vermont, and they would rent that cabin out to the mentors there.
Gotcha. And you did some very cool stuff up there. You taught the kids how to freaking make fire.
Yes.
How irresponsible. No, I'm kidding. No.
I have to stop. This guy right here is one of my favorite flowers of all time. Solidago species. I don't know the real scientific name. This one, I don't know if we're going to be able to get close enough, but in the middle there, you would think that one of these is a flower, but each one of these is multiple flowers. That's why I love it so much. And look, it's just so happy. So bright and brilliant and happy. This
happens very, very often on our hikes.
That's what it looks like when it goes to seed. Be cool tinder fire starter. And you can also use this part, the woody part, to make hand drills.
Oh.
It's thick enough. It's like a woody enough stem.
And straight enough, I guess?
Yeah. So yeah, when I was out there, I would teach them fire making, fire building.
Another thing I really enjoy about hiking with you is that I learn about birds, I learn about plants.
Yes, yeah, I love teaching. I love that you're a sponge and you want to learn.
I am like a sponge that tends to drip more than absorb, though. I'm not gonna lie. It takes me a long time to learn these things. I think I finally got mulberry down.
Well, you finally got mulberry.
Hang on, wait a minute. Are those beauty berries?
Yay, yeah.
Oh, I got beauty berries. This one's a good bug repellent too, right? You crush them?
Yes. The leaves, beauty berry leaves, you can crush them and then just put it on your skin, and then it repels the bugs.
See what I mean? You see what I mean? Why don't we find a nice, shady, cool place to sit down where I can ask you a little bit about how I love the way that you talk about how you connect both your modeling and your nature stuff.
Thanks.
Because we talked about how it's like opposite ends of a spectrum, but to you they're all interconnected.
All the same, yeah.
Yeah, so I would love to hear about that. So
all right, great.
Let's go find a cool little spot. We'll see you guys in a second. Welcome back to the OTC podcast. I'm Nico Prada, your host. I'm saying things out of order today. And I'm here with my guest, Jem. We found a nice little cool spot to sit down. Let's see if this camera's kind of straightish. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters too much. And we just went for a cool little hike. Actually, a fun little hike. There was nothing cool about it. It's really, really hot.
It still feels like summer in Florida.
It's really, really hot. We crossed through probably, I don't know, like 50,000 bees.
Yeah, I don't think that's an exaggeration.
No, that was pretty gnarly because at the beginning of it, I was like, see, this is an example that if you stay calm, bees will not do anything to you. And as we're walking through, it's like, if you stay calm, bees will not do anything to you. We are surrounded by bees. Oh my god! And then we made it through. I don't feel a single bite.
No, I don't feel a single bite.
Sting. I'm sorry, sting.
Can we pause really quick? Because since we're talking about the bees, I'm gonna go grab that plant.
Yeah, go grab it. Go grab it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's something cool that I just learned.
I'm not gonna pause it. I'm not gonna pause it because this is how it really is hiking with her all the time. She has to go and grab stuff. And in case you're wondering, oh god damn it, I hope the camera caught that, because in case you think that we were like, we stashed that and we made it ready for film.
No,
I
just went and picked it. So we were gonna save this for after, but this is called shepherd's needle. It's named that because I don't have any of the seeds on here. The seeds look like a needle and they stick to you. Or Biden's alba is the scientific name. Cool thing that we just learned though, so I always knew that you could eat these. Taste like a spinach alternative. You can eat it raw or cook them. You can, we can. But something cool I just learned, you can chew it up. And if you get a bee sting, you put it on the bee sting and it pulls the toxins out of the bee sting. So I was like, how cool is that? Nature is always providing us with everything that we need. We just passed the crazy bee trail, and then at the end of it, we have all of these. There's a huge patch back there, so I thought that was pretty cool. I love seeing how nature provides us with everything. It's all around us, so yeah.
I can see why it's an alternative to spinach. I don't dislike the shepherd's needle leaf, but I definitely prefer the spinach.
Yeah,
maybe it's just because I grew up watching Popeye. I don't know.
But yeah, this was the first thing that connected me to nature, this plant.
The shepherd's needle?
The shepherd's needle, yeah. It's my favorite flower as a little baby.
Yeah, okay, because we talked about how you've been in touch with nature forever, but we never really talked about like what brought you, like what got you into that kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think just seeing, like, just seeing the beauty at a very young age. My family would always say, oh, that's a weed, that's not a pretty flower, but to me it is. To me it's a pretty flower. So
shepherd's needle is a weed, or?
People consider it a weed, but it's a native Florida wildflower. Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah.
See? There you go. More things about plants that I had no idea about. Okay. So, we went through the bees, we went through the trees, we went through the crabs. We didn't get crabs. But, I don't know. I had to make a rhyme somehow, as like a little homage to George Carlin. But, anyway, I wanted to ask you about, this is one of those episodes that is so, I've been pushing it back for so long because, well, A, because you're my girlfriend, and B, because we're hiking all the time, and so you were like, well, no, I want only the best of the best. It's got to be the hike of the hike, the camps of the hamps, and the da-da-da-da, and you realize you're never going to fucking do it.
Right.
Unless you push yourself. So we ended up doing this, and it ended up being freaking amazing.
It's a nice trail.
As cool as all the other ones. And so, but also, it's a difficult episode, not just because of that, but because you do so many cool freaking things that I was like, well, what am I going to ask you about? Which one is it going to be? But the cool part is that you kind of tend to tie a lot of those things together.
I try. I do my best.
And so I wanted to ask you about that because, and this is up on, if you follow her page, you can see her own reel where she talks about this.
At Jem in Nature, jem.in.nature.
It'll be, that'll be down in the description. But basically, you do modeling, and you are an outdoors woman, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Those are things that seem to be on like opposite ends of the spectrum, but to you, they're connected. So
yeah, for me, both of them are opportunities for me to be in the present moment, to be in my body, in the present moment, experiencing just here and right now. I don't know about you, but for me, I tend to be in my head a lot, kind of get attached to those thoughts. So when I have the moments to be modeling in front of the camera and just to feel my body, to feel the shapes that it's making or the shadows that I'm expressing, the emotions, the shadows I'm showing, the shapes I'm showing. It just helps me connect to my body and connect to the world around me. And the same exact thing, whether I'm hiking, camping, you know,
talking
what
to flowers.
have you. Yeah, talking to flowers. It brings me into the moment, into the present moment, into my body and out of my head.
I assume talking to flowers is probably like the top nirvana level of all of those, of disconnect, because you really disconnect. Like when we're camping, at least, we disconnect.
Yeah.
But from when it's talking to the flowers, you disconnect.
And it's just me and the flowers and nothing else exists.
It's like you're in like the Avatar state.
Right.
You know?
I like to think that I am.
Yeah. So I think that it's awesome how you connect all of those things. So as far as getting into nature, we talked about how it's just something that happened kind of naturally, but the modeling wasn't so naturally, because you're shy.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I'm extremely shy. I hate being in the spotlight. Like this, you can see I'm not really looking at the camera. I'm like looking at you or looking out in the scenery.
Yeah.
I don't like that feeling of eyes being on me, but modeling, how did I get into it? I had a friend, Brandy, she reached out and she said, I'd love to shoot you one time. I just got out of like a really long, terrible breakup, had terrible self-esteem, had terrible thoughts about the way I looked. So I was like, okay, this will be a fun way to like, you know, just to feel different about myself, to see myself in a different light. And ever since that photo shoot, 3.5 years later, I am still in front of the camera. I don't hate myself as much as I used to.
You've gotten much better since we met, and you were already modeling since we met. So there's always progress to be done.
Yeah.
But I can tell that it's the same way that you talked about being in your body rather than in your head.
Exactly. It helped me get out of my head and into my body, and it's just cool to see yourself from somebody else's perspective. When I look in the mirror, I don't see the same person I see in the photos. So it's just cool to be like, hey, it's a different view of me.
I love that.
And I sense I do it because I hope to inspire other people that feel similarly about themselves, you know, hopefully inspire them to look in the mirror and, you know, to love a little bit about themselves.
I like that.
Thanks.
I like that a lot.
Thanks.
And there is definitely one more thing that I don't know if you consider this part of the big connection, but I kind of do. You're an amazing cook.
Thank you.
You're an amazing cook.
Thank you.
And
I appreciate that.
I said it earlier in the intro that you're a great cook in the kitchen and on the trail.
That is just new this past year. I actually haven't been that great with camp cooking, but...
Well, the interesting part is you say it hasn't been that great, but even the first time we went camping...
That's very sweet.
Like the way that you just know, it's like understanding food from the inside out.
Yeah, I think that's just a lot of trial and error. I didn't go to culinary school. I've burned a lot of things. I've made a lot of gross tasting things. And I think it's just, from experimenting, trial and error, failing and succeeding.
One of the first times cooking a steak outdoors, you think it didn't come out that great. It came out fucking amazing. It was, first of all, that was a funny story too.
Oh my God.
Because...
So embarrassing.
So it was our first time camping, not just as a couple, but ever, right? It was, we got a little bit lost, nothing crazy. We found our way within like 5-10 minutes. Made it back to camp. We were freaking exhausted.
Yeah, we were.
And that's when you cooked your steak, which you call not that great, but I've made worse steaks at home than you did over that fire. Then you've gotten even better at the way you cook it. I know you do a combination with a sweet potato.
Yeah, the sweet potato.
You just chuck it in the fire.
Yeah,
you're like a hiking cooking Jimi Hendrix, where you can't read the sheet music, but you know how to express it in such a way that is pleasing to the senses.
There we go. Yeah, that's a good.
Because I have like a picture of you in Little Big Econ, and you're just like, you got these two sticks, and she's just tossing the sweet potato around. That's literally in the fire.
Yeah.
And somehow it comes out, and it's not just like a charred, burnt, something that would disappoint Samwise the Brave, you know? It comes out amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I wish I had a way to express it or articulate it a little better, but I just don't.
You just have an instinct for it.
Yeah.
After training your senses for so many years.
Yeah. It just
you could not do
naturally.
that. And I'm so glad that it has, because again, it's not just fun as a relationship girlfriend thing, but as an outdoor partner.
Aww,
you know.
Yeah. I agree.
I think we do really well together.
I do too.
I
agree.
I think you teach me a lot.
You teach me a lot also.
I teach you a lot. Oh, well, that's so sweet. That's so sweet of you. Yeah. But on that sweet note, I think that's going to be a good sign-out time. Yeah. Just because there's no way I'm going to be able to top something like that. We got to close on something nice and cheesy so for both of us. Yeah. So, I'm going to put links to Jem's social media. You have all kinds of social media.
Yeah, I have like all of them. I'm pretty sure I have every social media. Yeah. I'm trying to make a reach, folks.
Yeah, there you go. You can follow her there and see the just gigantic variety of stuff that she does. And we are going to turn this camera off before it overheats and make it back to the car. Hopefully we don't have to cross the B's one more time, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty nervous this time, and that's no good.
We have Biden's Alba though. We're gonna bring some with us just in case.
All right, we're gonna put that to the test. We'll see you guys in another one. Take care. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you had as much fun as I did. If you want to help the channel grow, you can subscribe or like, hit the notification bell, or leave a comment down below. I'll try my best to answer, so long as you're swinging above the belt. If you really want to help, you want to help me feed my guests and pay my bills, I will put links to my Venmo and Cash App and Patreon down below. If you like my guests, I will also put tags to their social media in the description. Always remember that here at OTC, we encourage our viewers to respectfully and responsibly enjoy the outdoors, know your local ordinances, abide by leave no trace principles, learn something cool, and I'll see you on the next hike.